Hey guys, Left in the South here. We're just gonna do this little segment on the Minnesota. We're gonna have a live with this guy, a live interview. And you said that you were at the police station when it set ablaze.
Yeah, we were just getting there while they raided it, and while we were there, it was set on fire.
How did they do that? Like, did they was it like Molotovs or like
Uh,
gasoline? Like,
we didn't quite see. We just all of a sudden, well, yeah, there was gasoline. You could smell it, but they were shooting fireworks at the police station and shooting them in the air. And all of a sudden, you just started smelling the smoke. And at the same time, there were multiple other buildings around us burning. There was a large fire with like police type equipment set ablaze about a block away. You could smell and feel like the tear gas, like our eyes were burning.
wow.
Wow, that's crazy. What was like the? Did you guys get out and talk to anyone or?
Well, we were about an hour before at a peaceful protest in front of the Hennepin County like government building, and we talked to a guy who was there the night prior at the third precinct, the police station that got raided and set on fire, and he said that they were all of a sudden just being shot at with bean bags and tear gas was being thrown. And I mean, we talked to a number of other people just about the injustice that's happening and all the commotion that's been going on.
Yeah, wow, that's insane. We've also been hearing some people talk about after the third precinct was completely taken over by protesters. They were talking about redistributing some police equipment to people on the scene. Did you see any of that while you were there?
Not really. All of a sudden, we started hearing that the National Guard was being called in, and me and my buddy who went up here, we both work in the morning, and we didn't want to be stuck in Minneapolis the whole night, so we kind of just took the initiative to leave. But we saw multiple
Mm.
buildings being burned down and saw the fireworks being shot off. We saw, uh, I think I saw a Molotov being thrown at a building. It was just hectic.
Wow,
One of the
that's
craziest things I've ever seen.
yeah, for sure. It sounds insane. Where were the police during all this? Did you run into any like resistance
Yeah,
or?
No, they were honestly probably scared shitless. That's why they evacuated the entire precinct because
really. That's
Wow,
interesting.
that's crazy.
So they're saying that there was a police officer like rioting, trying to make the protesters look bad. What do you think about that? Is that true? Do you think like there's police officers like trying to meddle in this shit?
I mean I could see it. It'd be another way for them to incite violence and make it look like the protesters are a lot worse than they were. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of other violence that's happening, and I can't blame it all on one police officer for doing it. But I do believe that they would try to attempt something like that.
What was the general message of the protesters? Like, did people come there to be peaceful, in your opinion, or were they kind of looking to incite some
Well,
violence or something?
it depends where you were at. We were at this one spot near the Hennepin County government building, and everybody was there being peaceful, just yelling at the police that were formed in a line protecting the building. And nobody was doing anything. We saw one person throw a bottle, but that's all escalated to. And if you went about 4 blocks the other way, that's where the third precinct building was near. And that's where all the riots were actually happening, where people were burning stuff and smashing everything.
How organized do you think this riot is? Do you think there's someone who's like telling people to go in certain areas? Do you think it's just everyone just doing their own thing?
Um, well, the location we were at was right near where George Floyd was originally murdered, where the peaceful
Hmm.
protest was happening, but the third precinct is the closest police station near there. So I think people are just gathering because they hate the police and just want to have a way to get back at them. So, I mean, maybe choreographed to a degree, but not that much in its own way.
There were no like centralized plans coming down. Everyone's kind of just doing their own thing.
For the most part, until the station got raided and people
Right.
were all just gathering around cheering for it.
That's
Hmm.
crazy, man. What was your opinion on the whole situation? Like, how do you feel about George Floyd's death and the situation surrounding it? What made you want to go out there and protest?
Well, it was kind of a spur of the moment thing. I mean, I always had a disdain for authority, and me and my friend were driving around and just decided to make our way up here. And we were, protesting at the police in a peaceful way. We weren't doing anything that was violent. But then we decided we were going to go around more and rode our longboards around for a while. And then we saw where all the action was going and went and checked it out. And I mean, I have a disdain for authority, like I just said. So I understand and find it kind of just that they went after the police station, as long as no people were hurt. But obviously, that's not ever going to happen in a violent protest like this.
Right.
I mean,
you can't control the actions of everyone.
Yeah, the whole George Floyd thing irritates me immensely. But in the end of the day, I see justification for the riots, but it still kind of sucks in its own way that it had to happen like this.
How do you think this is gonna end?
I think it'll go on for a few weeks. I talked to my mother today, and she said these are the worst riots she's ever seen since the Rodney King riots in LA in '92.
Wow.
Wow. Crazy. Well, thank you, man.
amazing.
I want to, thank you for coming on and talking to us. Do you want to shout out anything?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Awesome. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you for
man.
talking
Really
to us.
appreciate it. If there's anything else you want to say, you have the floor. But if not, we're good to go.
Yep.
Just to whoever's listening, fight for justice. Fuck the government.
Hell yeah,
Fuck the
brother.
police. Hell yeah.
Awesome.
All right, bro.
so
Thank you for
much,
talking
man.
to us, man.
You guys have a
Appreciate
great
it.
night.
Yeah, you too.
too, man.
Stay safe out there.
All right.